Now, take a look at this. It's part of the second batch of the Pentagon's UFO files released today. That's an unidentified object zigzagging in the sky somewhere over Europe in August of 2022. Check this out as well. For the first time, we are seeing the moment an Air Force fighter jet crew shot down that Chinese weather balloon over Lake Huron back in February 2023. Joining me now is astrophysicist Adam Frank, author of The Little Book of Aliens. Professor Frank, appreciate you being with us. Do you see anything in these new images that particularly interest you, or in any of the images that have been released so far?
Yeah, Anderson, as a scientist who spent a good chunk of my life really interested in the life in the universe, sadly, I don't see anything in these that really isn't the kind of thing we've seen for 70 years, really, with UFOs. They are all fuzzy blob photos and unverifiable personal testimony, which is unfortunately the worst kind of evidence that there is. So, if you really want some kind of scientific hold on whether or not we're being visited, these don't do anything in terms of that. And it's really kind of more of the same. And I'm a little disappointed. I was kind of hoping, given the testimony that we've heard in those congressional hearings, that there was going to be something with a little more teeth in it, like maybe alien teeth.
Yeah, well, given the number of cameras just that we all carry around, I mean, does it surprise you that there's not some clearer images? It does seem like everything is very grainy. Obviously, some of them are taken from from flights, obviously from aircraft. But would you expect there to be some sort of better images out there?
Yeah, I mean, look, every one of us carries, one of these, high-resolution digital cameras in our pockets. Why do these images look as blobby as the ones from 1960? And it's also really interesting that, people will often say, oh, these are moving in ways that physics can't explain. But, the government about 5 years ago formed the All-Domain Anomaly Research Office to scientifically study these kinds of cases. And they have over 1,600 cases like these with images and personal testimony, and pretty much 95% of them, if not more, are explainable. So, these things are not moving in crazy ways. It's usually some kind of aberration in the atmosphere, something that can be explained once you look into it. So, unfortunately, these things don't really point us to anything about life beyond the universe. And I think even more important for us to understand is those testimonies in Congress were saying that we have alien bodies in refrigerators and that there's alien spaceships in government garages. And, we need a lot more. How about some of the scientific tests that must have been done on alien bodies if we had them, or alien spaceships? There should be volumes of scientific tests. At least show me that. Without it, this is just more stories and more of the same that we've seen for 70 years.
Former President Obama has said he believes statistically there is likelihood of other life in the vast universe. Do you believe that as well?
Well, I have to say this is the most exciting time for the study of life in the universe, in the entirety of human history. That question that you're asking is the most important one we could ask. Are we the only place in the entire universe where life is formed? And now the discoveries we've made, like knowing that every star we see in the sky, when you look out, has a family of planets orbiting it. We didn't know that when I was a graduate student. And many of those planets are in the right place.
I mean, that's so insane to me. It just boggles my mind.
Yeah. It's there are 10 billion right place for life to form
what does that even mean? 10 billion trillion planets. I mean, it's again, this is going to keep me up all night tonight. I don't even know what that means.
Every one of
Well,
what it means is there's a lot of stories, that the universe is full of stories. Every one of those planets is a place where you could stand, where maybe there's snow falling over mountain valleys, and wind blowing over oceans. And some of them may have had life forming in it. And now, here's the amazing thing. In the next 10, 20 years, we will have the science that can see these alien planets and maybe tell us whether or not there's biospheres or even technospheres, technological civilizations there.
大家好，我是主播周玉琴。很多的朋友告诉我们，选择原版的太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌，它添加有羽衣甘蓝，健康再加分。而有睡眠困扰的朋友们，赶快选择蓝色包装这一款晚安加强版，绝对是更有感。每日克菲尔，时刻美好。 Good Feel Good， 请上快点购为健康下单，而且要记得输入推荐代码，有额外的折扣优惠。太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌基础版、晚安加强版新包装改版，内容不变，抽取更方便，要吃就吃最好的。